Hello, beautiful warriors, and welcome back to episode 2 of my devlog for my magical girl game. So we left off talking about I had implemented some basic locomotion, running, jumping, walking, etc. And decided I didn't have as much control as I would liked, because I'm using a mix of both data-driven and animation-driven movement. And so typically you want to stick to one or the other, but I'm kind of mixing and matching them for different reasons, but that can be kind of hard to control or have um, have a precise control over the way the movement feels. So what I did was there is it's called root motion component that is part of Unreal's source code, and typically you could just extract that, put it as a plugin, and then use it in Blueprints, because I'm doing my whole project in Blueprint, at least for now, because it's easier to iterate that way. So since I'm using, though, a separate version of the engine, and I had to do a lot of C++ work and rebuilding the engine, and it was a pain. I do not like doing C++. I don't know it that well. But eventually I got it working. I extracted it, made it a plugin, and now got it working in my version of the engine. So now I should have more control over precisely how she moves. So it's not completely dictated by the animation, and it's not completely dictated by data. I can kind of mix and match them a little more easily. So hopefully that should allow me some more flexibility in terms of just getting the movement to feel good. So I also have a lot more experience with UE4, and I'm building this on UE5. So some of my knowledge is a little outdated because most people's is UE5 is still relatively new. So I was using an old input system, or like the UE4 input system, because that was all I knew. But I discovered that that's actually deprecated now. So I switched all of my inputs to UE5's new input reader, essentially, and that allows for more um, discrete logic and more flexibility and functionality to um, how you can control the character, like your actual game controls. Um, okay, so the two big things I've been working on is one, I've been working on the homing attack a lot. I feel like I've gotten it to a very good place. I'm very happy with it. And two, I have a new dress I designed. I absolutely hated her old dress. It looked awful. And I don't know. It felt bad to me. So let's take a look at her new dress. So we will transform, and here we go. So I feel like this works way better. It's like 90% complete. There's still polish and stuff I need to do, but for now I'm happy enough with it where I can get back to working on gameplay and stuff. The color scheme I'm pretty happy with. The design I'm happy with. Um, but overall, like, I feel like she looks so much better. And I didn't realize her actually having a nicer dress on actually makes her more fun to play. It's kind of a weird thing. Um, but I just enjoy moving her around more because she looks cuter. Um, let's see. Yeah, so I definitely want to have her hair transform as well. I'm thinking giving her twin tails because it's a very iconic magical girl thing. But I do really like this hairstyle. I spent a lot of time on it. It was hard to get looking decent. But I definitely want to have her hair change when she transforms as well because it's a very typical thing of magical girls. Um, all right, now let's show off the homing attack. Like I said, I'm way happier with it than I was before. So now she actually she has wall detection, so she'll do her best to avoid the walls. It needs maybe like a little bit of polish. There's a couple like edge cases where it'll kind of get messed up, but for the most part, it looks really good. So if we just hold down the button to zoom in and lock on, let's see. So we hold down the button when we jump and lock on, and then she flies towards them. And it feels really good, I think at least. And it works pretty damn well. Like, so this is the main like gameplay mechanic I've been working on. I think it feels really nice. Um, so this and her dress are the main things I have been tackling. Um, and the updated movement components. See, I'm like right next to the wall, so and tried to lock on. So that's the edge case. I just have to like move her back essentially, so she has more room um, to path towards them. And so she's not actually using any sort of AI or pathing system. It's all pure vector math. So I'm just finding a couple points between her and the enemy, and then I'm calculating a vector between them, and then rotating a path between the two. And then every frame she's flying towards them, she's checking to see if she's about to hit something like a wall. And if she's about to hit something, then the arc gets, or the vector gets recalculated. So that's why she kind of can fly in random directions sometimes. And I think that looks really cool. See, just like that. It's like there's no AI or detection or pathing system. It's purely vector math. So I think it looks really rad. It controls pretty damn well. Um, I'll have to see how it interacts with the actual combos and combat system to get it to feel more fluid with how the combat works. But as it stands right now, just as a movement option, a movement ability, it feels really good. It's like very fluid. You can just spin into that and then go to your homing attack, like flip, homing attack, boom, and then you can do multiple ones, right? Do do. Or you can go into the spin jump and do it. So I think it's very fun to do it like this. It's uh, come a long way. That's so. Those are the main things I've been working on. I wanted to post a bit of a shorter update before I start working on bigger things like the actual implementing the actual combo system and whatnot. But yeah, very happy with those things. Oops, her dress and the new homing system. So that's all for this update. I will see you all next time.
Does anybody know what's up with Ray today? She said we couldn't study at the temple, but she wouldn't say why.
Think she's mad at us?
Huh?
Ow. Ouch. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Ooh, that hurt.
Ouch.